Okay, so we're seeing a really unique supply and demand sort of 101 scenario happening here. And I guess it's not unique at all, but what's happening is that obviously there was a report put out where the U.S. rig count is actually down, so then oil starts to spike, and the refinery demands have been up. I don't know still how these hurricanes are going to play into that, if they will at all. There's
2 more on the way.
I know. So we're kind of watching that closely. Sometimes it spikes when disasters happen, but the populations have been big. But the Caribbean islands are a lot smaller. If it hit like New Orleans or something again, that would be horrible. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, it was horrible regardless. It was still horrible. I'm just going to take my foot out of my mouth now and continue on. But we're seeing the number of listings continuing to climb here. So it's really interesting because we're watching the listings climb, and therefore the numbers are keeping us in that buyer's market because the sales aren't following it yet. But as long as the listings keep going, the sales need to keep up. That's absolutely critical.
Well, and one of the things that I think we might see too, and I was speaking with Terrence about this last week, is there's a lot of people, obviously interest rates are rising, but there's a lot of people that were locked in for better rates for the 30, 60, or 90 days. And I think we might see some people, I mean, there is more inventory coming on the market, and I think that some people are going to want to make purchasing decisions just to be able to keep those locked in rates. So that might be a little bit helpful to see things moving as well.
Yeah. And I think the bottom line of this, that sellers still need to be very competitive.
Of course.
There's great economic chatter out there about what's happening, but I'll tell you, sellers in our marketplace can't get their hopes up too much, and these are some great slides to show your clients when we go through them to just educate them and say, okay, we're optimistic about what's happening. You still need to be realistic.
Absolutely.
Okay? So, let's look at the actual numbers. Oil, as we talked about, is going up, sitting at $49.86, hovering around that $50 mark, and that's up from $47.55 last week. Canadian dollar declined slightly, but is still sitting very, very strong at 82.01 cents US.
Metro Calgary listings are up 181, 7,166. And in Red Deer, listings are also up 17 at 736.
And in our Calgary months of inventory, our absorption rate, we are seeing again the effects of those increase in listings. Our total absorption rate is sitting at 4.74 months of inventory. Single family homes, 3.88. Condos, 6.78. And again, we have a buyer's market overall, really driven by condos. Balanced market, single family homes, just hanging on to that buyer's market status. Next week, we might see that balanced market status. Next week, we might see the single-family homes drift into buyer's market territory, and condos is significantly in a buyer's market right now.
Surrounding areas month of inventory, looking at the larger regional cities, there's a lot of similarity between last week. Okotoks 4.98, Airdrie 5.9, Cochrane 5.38, Strathmore 7.91, Sundre 13.25, Chestermere 7.14, Red Deer 5.84, and benchmark priced at $442,300.
That's it.
That's the market.
That's it. So again, sellers, stay competitive there, and buyers, you still have a few options out there, which is great news for a lot of them. So, all right.